Got it for $100. Not bad. Was like listed on OfferUp for an hour. I went over there. A couple other people tried to buy it when I was there, but the dude only wanted $100 for it. I don't know what's wrong with it at all. He didn't know. He said his son was driving it and then started making loud noises. And that's pretty much all that the information I have on this thing. It's mostly complete. I bought this off eBay. The other plastic is missing. The fenders are aftermarket, but they're pretty nice. Anyway, I don't know. It's got the bag, and the bag's in great shape. So we did get a second XL for $100 also. So I'm gonna start digging into this thing, figure out what's wrong with it in the next day or two, order up the parts, wait for however long that takes, and then get it back together and start writing it soon. Never heard this thing run, and I've had it for years, so it's time. I've got around 12 hours raw video, and I'm trying to show everything I did. When I first started recording, I used time-lapse a couple times to spare myself from spending extra time filming in case I abandoned this project. I found a couple issues in the engine, but not enough to pull the project's plug. In the end, I'll get the 9 hours or so engine work edited down to around 2 hours. It's mostly for reference, so I'll add timestamps and detailed descriptions to allow for easier searching. A little bit of bad news already. Some pretty heavy JB weld here. Assuming there's some hole in the cases. I really hope that wasn't just because of laziness over a gasket. Needless to say, it's going to take some work to split these. And in the bottom end, when we drain the oil, found at least this nice sized flake of metal plus some other smaller bits. So far, we've got 2 of the worst possible issues to deal with. Pattern matches. Yeah, plus this. So we'll see. The hunt continues. Take your time, use the correct wrenches, and use any heat for frozen hardware if you encounter it. Get the cam chain off, get the cam out. Then we'll pull the head. I kind of wish I didn't time-lapse this part because a lot of the wear that is happening in this engine is in the head here. The cam was really worn and the races are actually kind of disintegrating almost because of the heat that was caused. I think when they broke the case that the oil leaked out and they ran the engine anyway, and that caused the head to heat up. I'm sure this damage happened really quick. A little bit of trouble. Not too much trouble though. Yeah, I think that's... We are gonna need to get a new nut here. Vice grips though, and these things work magic. Yikes. That is a big cylinder. Holy cow. Wow. Got the piston and the rings off. Put a ring inside the cylinder here. Gonna check that gap. It's pretty tight. I'd say that may be right on exact. Yep. Okay, so I think that's within spec. I looked for a few minutes, but I couldn't find exact specs for this. I think it's pretty close though. I saw an XL supposed to be 0.030 to 0.060, and this is 0.025. And it's pretty snug in there. The cylinder, the piston, and the rings all seem to be pretty good. I don't know. Maybe it's just the case and the head. Not even the inside. This thing might have run. I don't know. The guy told me not to try and start it, but I feel like maybe he just didn't want me making noise or something. This thing is toast. This is the last time lapse that I used. I didn't have any issues taking apart this part of the engine at all. Everything was really easy to come out, no frozen bolts, nothing. But later in the video I do speed up some of the adding in of case hardware, as that's pretty tedious and kind of slow going. Got new cases. They look alright. For the most part they're clean. Looks like the chain came off. Chunked it a bit. The original case took some hit on the bottom and had to be JB welded. As you can see, some JB weld where I ground it off. But this case will be replaced by this case. Up a bit. Got some gunk. Yeah. Brass brush. Transferring the cases here. This one's damaged. We were waiting on oil seals. They came in because you want to change this oil seal. As you put the halves together, there's this little groove that fits. See, there's a little alignment indicator here. So you want to make sure that you got those lined up. That way this piece fits in correctly with the holes aligned. Make sure you get the spring on up and the washer. Gear moves freely. Kind of an odd shaped thing. Usually you don't see stuff shaped like this in a motorcycle. At least I don't. Ah, my favorite, snap rings. Helps to have some back pressure. I find springs on these things make them much easier to operate. Gloves seem like a simple thing, but it enables your hands to do so much more, and hands are really amazing tools. They're a bit soft. All right. Got the shift pedal back on here so I can test it. Make sure we go through all the gears. Let's see how we are here. First gear. Neutral. All right, back to first. Second. Third. Oh man. Fourth. Fifth. Nice. It's so hot here that the plastic on the top of this thing has split. This happens to gas cans and anything that's like not the highest quality plastic. Just the heat is so much, it just explodes these plastic bottles. Back on. So much easier to put these on and take them off. Oil resistant gasket maker. Alright, it's time. Let's do this. So much gasket maker. Looking for this little notch here. All right. And then the second notch, the balancer shaft needs rotated. So, okay. I can't see the mark on this one anymore. Is that it? I can't see. I need a third hand. Nope, I skipped one. Here we go. Holding this is so hard. Extend it out this way. Alright. Get that in there. Okay. Oh, that's exciting. So that dot's matching, that dot's matching. Then we've got a dot. Is it right there? Okay. And the dot on the shaft is now there. Okay, let's see. Okay. Looks like it right there. Nope. Right there. These dots align, this aligns, this dot aligns with here, and that dot aligns within there. I'm going to get this circlip on before I drop everything onto the floor. Everything has green handles today. What's that on there? No way. These little anises. Just getting these snug enough so I can flip this thing upside down without it falling all over the floor. It's a 12. This end is circle. All right, 25 foot-pounds. Pull it. 25. I don't even know if that makes a difference, but there we go. Okay. These are 7 to 10. Are you kidding me? Got the case have split again. Is there just enough to grab here? Looks like it. Wonderful. Just enough to grab. It was in by like 2 twists. We got it. Alright, clean up all this gasket. Spread new gasket. Line up all the dots. Find a new bolt. Put it back together. Magic of video. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. We are back in business. Everything lines up in here. Nice and smooth. All the golds and the dots align. Nice new seal. Yeah. Alright. You take a break now. Get back to this later.